Akron, Ohio in the 1930s, a thriving metropolis built upon one substance, rubber, the material used in the tires that went on the cars, the best exemplified American industry. But F.A. Seiberling, much loved and feared tire magnate, is not satisfied. He decides he needs to sell more tires to the most vulnerable and exploitable members of society, the children. Yes, children will be forced to buy tires to participate in a new sport, soapbox derby. Seiberling's first attempt to start a soapbox derby is not very successful. But after some research, he goes back to the drawing board and tries again. The next year, the soapbox derby is a triumph, eagerly enjoyed and anticipated by all. Year after year, the young racers come in greater numbers, and so do the crowds. Eventually, Seiberling springs for building an entire new track in downtown Akron. He also adds several new bleachers. Yet, there is a dark side behind this seemingly idyllic picture. It is suggested that engines, motorized, gas-powered, are illegally being put into the soapbox derby racers. Seiberling denies this strenuously. Still, it is noticed that a number of drivers are appearing unusually overaged. Seiberling explains it as an outbreak of progeria. But when one young competitor is caught actually trying to assassinate another driver, it is clear that big-time corruption has come to the Akron Soapbox Derby. International gambling syndicates, racketeers, blackmailers, extortionists, all manner of organized crime and criminal flocks to Akron. Akron becomes the Sodom and Gomorrah of the Midwest. And with rubber profits at an all-time high, Seiberling is untouchable. Cheating becomes even more flagrant, with obvious use of rocket power, jet engines, nitrous oxide, ion exchange engines, and matter-antimatter fusion. The 1960s bring with it the counterculture, and the Akron Soapbox Derby once again becomes submerged in decadence, dancing, drugs, hippies, even occult practices. It is said that notorious Cincinnati native Charles Manson attempted to enroll in the Akron Soapbox Derby, but his style of driving was considered too helter-skelter. Finally, Seiberling's insatiable greed goes too far. Using the Akron Soapbox Derby as a bargaining chip, he tries to force Detroit to build cars that are 100% tire, nothing but tire, guaranteeing him automotive monopoly. This is too much for the United States government. Acting under terms of the Sherman Antitrust Act, Washington, D.C. sends in the troops and the task force necessary to smash the Seiberling mob for good. His empire in ruins, Seiberling changes his appearance and flees to South America. Today is not the city it used to be. The chief sports followed by the public are lady wrestling and women's rollerball, both considered more dignified and safe than soapbox derby racing. Mighty airships seen flying over Akron maintain constant vigilance, watching to ensure that soapbox derby does not return to blight the region. Still, local residents look back fondly on the soapbox derby, remembering it with just as much pride as shame and disgust. Good for you, Akron, Ohio. We salute you.